Hello aviators, it's me, Nick's Aviation. So, sadly I found out, the Sapphire L100 that I had ordered, it's just released by Gemini Jets, so it'll maybe come in a week or two. But I still have lots of recordings to do, and lots of recordings scheduled for you for the next 5 days, so I hope you guys enjoy that content. And today, I'm bringing to you the latest commercial acquisitions with airlines. And this is including from leasing companies and from the manufacturers themselves. So I will only be doing the major airlines that received things, and then I'm just going to sum that up at the end. I hope you guys enjoy this. If you do, be sure to like and subscribe to the Nick's Aviation YouTube channel for more awesome aviation related content like this. Let's adjust camera a little bit. Yeah, I know, I have a bunch of stuff here, and there's like a toilet paper bag over there. This is just like my recording studio, I guess you would call it. If you guys can't tell, it's snowing, and I'm kind of sad about that. I'm gonna close that a tiny bit. So let's get right into the actual commercial acquisitions. So, let's start off with Etihad. So, just another thing, this is the commercial acquisitions from February to April. So Etihad received a Boeing 787-10 Dreamliner. Air China received 2 Airbus A320neos. China Eastern received 1 Airbus A320neo. Air Canada, my home airline, received 3 A220-300s and a single Airbus A330-300. Air Canada Rouge, the low-cost subsidiary of Air Canada, received an A320-200. Air Transat received a 737-800 and an Airbus A321LR. Air Canada Jazz received a CRJ-200, 3 of them actually. TAP Air Portugal received 2 Airbus A330-900neos and a single Airbus A321LR. Eurowings received 1 Airbus A319-100. Lufthansa received an Airbus A320neo, 2 of them. Air Europa received 3 Boeing 787-9 Dreamliners. TUI Fly received an Airbus A321-200 and 4 A320-200s. And this is just all the TUIs, like TUI Fly Belgium, TUI Fly Deutschland, TUI Fly Holland. And let's continue. So Ethiopian, this was an interesting delivery. Ethiopian received a Dash 8 400, aka the Bombardier Q400. Funny thing about this, so the de Havilland, I don't know if it's the manufacturing plant, but there's this airport called Downsview here in Toronto, or YDZ. And when I was coming home from a soccer game, because I do play on a soccer team, I saw an Ethiopian Q400 flying above. And that was actually the same aircraft that was delivered. And this is the aircraft that I'm talking about right now. So let's move on. So Logan Air has received 2 ATR 72-600s off of lease. Copa Airlines with 1 737-800. Japan Airlines received 2 Boeing 787-9 Dreamliners. Cargo Lux received a Boeing 747-400 ERF. I didn't know there was a 747-400 ER variant. I thought it was just the 400, and it's interesting. I'm learning more about this. So, Allegiant received 5 A320-200s, obviously some off lease. American Airlines received 3 Airbus A321neos. Delta received 2 A220-100s. 3 Airbus A321-200s and a single Airbus A330-900neo. Delta Connection, which includes Endeavour Airlines and SkyWest, received 3 CRJ-900s, a CRJ-700, a CRJ-200, and 6 Embraer E-170s. American Eagle, which consists of Envoy Air, PSA, and other airlines, received 2 E-170s, 2 CRJ-700s, and a single nut CRJ-900. United Express received 4 CRJ-700s and 2 CRJ-550s, which obviously that's, like GoJet and other airlines. Then FedEx received 2 McDonnell Douglas MD-11Fs and 2 Boeing 767-300Fs. Ohana by Hawaiian, which is their regional freighter airline, received a single ATR 72-200F. Spirit Airlines received an Airbus A320neo, actually 4 of them, sorry. United Airlines, they received a lot. They received a 787-10, 3 Airbus A319-100s, a single Boeing 737-700, a single 777-300ER, and 3 787-9 Dreamliners. That's 9 aircraft deliveries, which I think that's the biggest numbers in terms of airlines on this list. Then let's move on to UPS. They received 2 MD-11Fs and a single 767-300F. Austrian Airlines received an Airbus A320-200, 2 Airbus A320-200s. EasyJet received 3 A321neos. Czech Airlines received a single Airbus A321-200. Brussels Airlines received 2 CRJ-900s, which I didn't even know they had a fleet of CRJ-900s. Maybe those were the first one, I don't know. Transavia received a single 737-800. I have to flip the page because, I have a lot more to go through. Airbridge Cargo, the Russian-based firm, received a single Boeing 747-8F. Azul received a single A320 and an A320-21neo. S7 received 3 A320neos. 7 Pacific received A320neo. Ural Airlines received a single A321neo. And SAS, they received an Airbus A320neo, 4 of them, sorry. And then I don't know if this is their maiden aircraft, but the airline received an Airbus A350-900, which I know they're planning to launch on routes such as Copenhagen and Oslo to San Francisco, also to Los Angeles, to replace the A330 that currently is flown on this route. They also want to use it for transatlantic services to New York JFK, just like Finnair from their Helsinki base. LOT Polish Airlines received 2 A320-200s. Egyptair received 2 A220-300s and 4 A320neos. Aegean Airlines received 2 A320neos. Turkish Airlines received 5 737-800s, a single 777-300 ERF, and 3 787-9 Dreamliners, and another Airbus A321neo. Actually, I just realized that's the biggest acquisition in terms of numbers. That's 10. Low-cost carrier Bamboo Airways received a 787-9. Vietnam Airlines received an A321neo. Air Asia received an Airbus A320-200. SpiceJet received an Airbus A320-200, 2 of them. And funny thing about SpiceJet, when I go past Downsview, I usually see there's a trio of SpiceJet Q400s that I'm pretty sure are yet to be delivered. Maybe they're being refurbished, but there's something going on with them. But they are based right now at the Downsview YDZ base. So let's continue on with Tarom, the Bucharest-based carrier, received 2 ATR 72-600s from a leasing company. I don't know which one. So Safair, the same airline that has the L100 Hercules that I had ordered, received a single 737-800. El Al Israel Airlines received a 737-800 and a 787-8 Dreamliner, the smallest of the Dreamliner variants. Then let's see. Okay, this was the biggest. Sorry, it keeps on just growing and growing and growing. Malta Air received 29 737-800s direct from Boeing, new from the manufacturer. Now we have Kuwait Airways receiving a single A320neo, Scoot Airlines, the Singapore-based low-cost carrier, aka also a subsidiary of Singapore Airlines, received an Airbus A320neo, and the mainline Singapore Airlines received 3 A350-900s. I do not know if they are the ULR variant, but I just know that they are A350-900s, which they could potentially be the ULR variant, which they use for their route from Singapore to Newark. Caribbean Airlines received an ATR 72-600. Vistara, so the Delhi-based carrier recently received its first wide-body aircraft, being the 787-9 Dreamliner, and it's planning to increase their long-haul destinations, which it doesn't have many because it has a fleet of some, I don't know how many, but A320 family aircraft, so I'd love to see where they go in the future, and maybe they could even fly here to Toronto Pearson. So I hope to maybe see that, maybe even fly that one day. So coming back closer to home, WestJet received a Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner. EVA Air and KLM both received 787-10s. British Airways received an A320neo and an A350-1000. Frontier Airlines received an Airbus A320neo. Indigo received an A320neo and an A321neo. I don't know if Indigo went bankrupt. I'm pretty sure I heard something about them in terms of have already gotten bankrupt, but that's a completely different story. So Swiss International, received an A320neo. Vueling received an A320neo. Aer Lingus received an Airbus A321neo, and the final Airbus A330ceo, which was a -300 variant, to be ever produced by Airbus. This was the last coming out of, I believe, the Hamburg facility a while back. Not a while back, sometime in, I believe it was February. Now, Air Astana, the Greek firm, actually received only one A321neo, and I am moving on to more airlines. We have the final stretch here. JetBlue received an Airbus A321neo. Philippine Airlines received an Airbus A321neo. And funny thing, so my friend Gabe, he's Filipino, and his aunt actually is a pilot for Philippine Airlines who flies Boeing 777-300s. I don't know if they are the ER variant. So let's go back to the JetBlue A320neo family aircraft. From what I know, they're going to try to expand their transatlantic destinations, which I can't wait to see that, because I also remember they recently developed a codeshare agreement with the low-cost carrier Norwegian Air Shuttle. So I can't wait to see where that relationship goes. So Wizz Air Hungary received a single Airbus A321neo, and the following airlines received only a single A350-900. Aeroflot, Air France, Asiana, Finnair, and Lufthansa. The last two airlines on this list are Qatar Airways with the Airbus A350-1000 and ANA with the Airbus A380-800. I will be right back and I will have more on that.